Hi, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Litter Media Live on this January 16th of 2025. I'm Dan Ramey, he's Mike Smith, and Mr. Hand 2 is off screen, Aaron Glandon. Good to have you with us. Today, we announce our Petland Pet of the Week.
Oh, boy.
We'll be doing that later in the show, so stick close for that. We also have the big news that's been happening for Pickaway County. Details on that coming up in just a moment if you haven't heard that yet. And a look at the forecast. A little warmer out there right now than it has been.
And getting warmer as we go. There's been some snow, very light snow in and around the region, although here in Chillicothe, I don't think I've seen a flake fly just yet, but we're talking about that as a possibility later this afternoon as well, but no accumulations expected. Should hit 34 for a high today, then warming into the low 40s on Friday and Saturday. There's a chance of rain on Saturday, and then the temperature starts going back down again. 28 for a high on Sunday, and 10, yes, I said 10 for a high on Monday with nighttime lows of 0.
Saw a lot of folks working on the sidewalks and things today as the warmer temperature came along. They're trying to get rid of all that stuff. And I drove past the mayor's house, by the way. And you know how everyone thinks his place gets, that street's, it's bad. That's all there is. It's bad. So I don't know if he has told them, do not go and do my house first or what, but he's true to his word there. All right, coming up in a moment, the big news in Pickaway County today. Details are just ahead. But first, let's tell you about Scioto Valley Dumpsters. 740-253-8389 is the number to call. Speaking of this snow and ice, I talked with Carl Gearhart yesterday. He said one of the difficulties we're having right now, the challenges, is getting a dumpster to someone's location if they have a lot of ice and a lot of snow in the way. So if you've got that spot prepared for the delivery of a dumpster, they can get to you. So that's just a wintertime thing. They got to battle. So if you want a dumpster and you need it now, give them a call, 740-253-8389.
As a basketball coach and a dad, I need to be able to keep up.
Mark came to the Adina Orthopedic and Spine Institute in severe arm pain from a degenerative disc.
I was so confident in Dr. Fleming, he explained everything.
Together, they decided on minimally invasive spinal surgery to relieve Mark's pain and get him back to what matters most. At Adina, we do what we love, so you can too.
Whenever I first applied for the Archways opportunity, oh, do I have to pay this back? Do I have to do that? Like, is it a loan? And it's not. It's a scholarship. A goal of mine is to graduate college debt-free. If you're a crew member, you get $2,500 a year, and if you're a manager, you get $3,000. And especially if you're going locally to college, like to the branch or something like that, it's really helpful.
Each week, we'll announce the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Litter Media Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union. And in December, we'll announce the Player of the Year. Nominate any amateur athlete by visiting littermedia.com and click on Player of the Week. You'll also see the players we've named throughout the year. Make your nomination today for the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Litter Media Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union. And tomorrow we'll be announcing this week's Player of the Week, so stick close for that. Coming up in a moment, we'll take a look at sports and this date in history. But first, we want to start with news, which you can find on our website. Maybe you've read some of these stories already, and you're all ready to go for your day. But if not, we're sharing them with you now.
Yeah, this is a biggie, folks. The state of Ohio has announced that Anduril Industries, a leader in defense technology, will establish an advanced manufacturing facility in Pickaway County, bringing more than 4,000 new production and service jobs to Ohio by the year 2035. The 5 million square foot facility, named Arsenal One, represents the largest single job creation and new payroll project in Ohio's history, and it's projected to add nearly $1 billion to Ohio's gross domestic product. The company manufactures advanced drones for the defense sector and could eventually lead to more than 8,000 jobs in the region. The facility will be located on 500 acres in Pickaway County near Rickenbacker International Airport with room for future growth. The company plans to invest over $900 million in capital into the surrounding area.
We're guessing this will probably be between Asheville and Rickenbacker. So a lot of farmland that'll chew up, but in the same respect, will provide a lot of jobs and everything as well. Trey Stevenson was the fellow with Anduril on the stream that we were watching earlier today of the announcement with the governor and everything. And I liked what he said. With our planes, unlike what the Wright brothers went through, you don't need crummy, bad weather, windy weather to be able to launch these, because he says we're not going to be moving to North Carolina anytime soon.
Yeah.
Because they can say they were first in flight, but they've been wrong since 1903.
Some of these drones, people have this image of what they think a drone looks like now. Some of these things they look like jet airplanes.
Yeah.
So the technology, of course, this is defense use. So these are going to be lethal in many cases.
Was it completion by 2035?
Well, that's when they believe that they'll have all of that up and running. But as oftentimes when you get a facility of this magnitude, there are so many spin-off companies that are suppliers for that big manufacturing facility. That's where that other 4,000 jobs will be kicking in. So.
And if you're asking for us to fly our drone over this when they start building, forget it. Being that close to the airport, you won't be able to do that.
Right.
But this, along with Intel, huge news for Ohio.
Right.
Now let's talk about line dancing.
Yeah. Our Aaron Glandon was on the scene last night.
Yeah, I went to Triple P's in Lancaster to see this event. This is a restaurant that's moved into a new location. They previously only did takeout orders, but now they're in a bigger space and they want to give back to the community. And they said they hope to have at least one event a week. And they kicked it off with line dancing.
Wait a second, you said this was all women, but there's a guy back there with a beard. Unless it's the bearded lady from the
circus
carnivals we've seen.
Maybe.
It's not Luke McConnell back there, is it? From Circleville?
It might be.
Luke, it looks like you.
But they already have more events lined up. They have an acoustic music night with Dave Tipple on January 28th. And the Artisan Winterfest in Lancaster is going to be held at Triple P's at 200 West Main Street.
And when is that?
That is January 28th, I believe.
How many people would you guess are in this?
Oh, there's a lot there.
50 or more? Or?
I'd say more than 50.
Yeah. I don't know how big the whole room is, but there's a lot of people there.
It's 3,500 square feet.
Wow. Gotcha. Line dancing. And you do line dance, right?
I have been line dancing once. I was no good at it.
Oh, okay.
I thought this might be preparation for your wedding coming up.
Yeah.
And your participation in Dance for Kids' Sake.
I highly doubt there will be line dancing at my wedding.
Well, check that out over in Lancaster. I think you'll enjoy that. Local attorney Jason M. Miller has announced his Republican candidacy for Chillicothe Municipal Court. Miller intends to fill the judicial seat of the Honorable John B. Street, who, after many years on the bench, is not seeking re-election. This term begins January 1st of 2026. Of course, this is the second time in less than a week that we've had news about municipal court, because the other court seat, that of course has been filled by the governor for Keith Washburn, who replaces Tony Eddy, who retired. Fluor-BWXT is currently accepting applications for their 2025 FBP Steam and Trade Scholarships program. There's 10 $2,000 scholarships to be awarded. And that's for a four-year university. And then they have another 4 that'll be worth $1,000. You can go in, check that out at Fluor's website and also their Facebook page to get more information. This picture you hear, that was from last year's scholarship winners.
This is breaking news just released by Channel 10. Mr. Baseball, Bob Uecker, has died at the age of 90.
Sorry to hear that.
Longtime baseball announcer for the Milwaukee Brewers. So, and really a funny guy. If you ever watched him in the movies, you know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
So, again, Bob Euchre, passing away at the age of 90. The Ohio Department of Natural Resources Division of Natural Areas and Preserves invites visitors to see more of the Lake Catherine State Nature Reserve by joining a rugged half-mile, I like when they say rugged, half-mile winter hike. And with the winter weather we've had here recently, you're prepared for this rugged terrain. This is taking place on Saturday, February 1st from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. For more details, you can contact Casey King at casey.king@dnr.ohio.gov or give her a call at 937-708-1608. And you're invited also to participate in an event coming up January 28th, February 25th, March 24th, 6:30 to 8 p.m., a virtual horse workshop. For all three of these, those of you on Litter Media Radio, you can't see this web address here, but if you go to go.osu.edu/equine series, you'll find out more details about how you keep your horses happy and healthy year-round.
Nee. I just had to do that. Join the Fayette County Ag Society for their annual Valentine's dance featuring the amazing Smoking Ham Band. February 15th. Doors open at 6 at the Fayette County Fairgrounds Mayhem
Did
building.
you say Smoking
Ham Band?
No, this is Smoking Ham.
Smoking, well,
Yeah.
okay. Smoking ham.
Gotta say it right.
Yeah. Tickets are available at the Fayette County Fairgrounds Facebook page if you'd like to check that out.
It's a one-eyed Smoking Ham band there, it looks like, from their logo. And the 2025 Daddy-Daughter Dance, an enchanted evening. This will take place on a magical night, February 8th between 6:30 p.m. and 8:30 p.m. at the Fayette County YMCA. The theme is The Enchanted Garden. Cost is $15 per couple, $5 for each additional daughter. Register now at the Member Services Desk and make memories that will last a lifetime.
Got one other note. I think we had like 7 different stories that we posted. I mean, it just can't. Some days are like that. It's just, here they come. It's just cascading. But we forgot to put some notes on this. But we do have a picture of Joe Watson. Petland Incorporated. Oh, we don't have Joe.
You told me not to do it.
No, I said I didn't have the headline. But I said put Joe's picture in there.
Hang on.
Well, anyway, this is the radio version. Petland Incorporated has been included on Entrepreneur Magazine's Franchise 500 list, which ranks them in the top half of the list of 500. I think they came in the 215th position. But Petland has been on this list now for more than 30 years. Joe, of course, is the president and CEO of Petland, which their world headquarters is located where?
Chillicothe, Ohio, specifically speaking, over on Riverside Drive.
Isn't that something?
Yes.
I mean, a lot of people know about Petland, but to this day, there are people that still don't realize, yeah, their world headquarters is right here in Chillicothe, Ohio. So congratulations to our friends of Petland.
It's like the Churches of Christ and Christian Union, the world headquarters in Circleville,
Ohio. Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, coming up, a look at sports. And speaking of Petland, we've got our Petland Pet of the Week we will release coming up in just moments. But first, let's tell you about Haynes Total Health Care Center. You know, they see about 50,000 patients throughout the year. It's incredible. And they take care of folks like me and you. It's amazing. Every time I go in, I see somebody I know. Even Aaron Glandon's mommy. Chiropractic, physical therapy, and nutritional needs. Haynes Total Health Care Center. Click on this ad anywhere you see it at littermedia.com, and it will take you right to their website, hayneshealth.com.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch just to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are, or whatever you're doing, download the Kingston National Bank Mobility app today.
Life. It can get on top of you quickly, can't it? But with 211, it only takes one step to get connected to the help you need. 211 is always available to help. So get in touch today.
This is Andy Tomlinson. When ensuring what's important to you, our agents are there when you need us the most. Tomlinson Insurance, for the best coverage at the best cost. Visit us online at tomlinsonins.com to learn more.
Welcome back. Time for sports here on Litter Media Radio and Litter Media Live.
Talking college football, the College Football Hall of Fame class for 2025 has been announced. And two fellas that are in this picture, for those of you who are listening on Litter Media Radio can't see this, in the lower right-hand corner, Urban Meyer and Nick Saban are among the class of 25. Now, the reason I pulled these two guys out, of course, Urban Meyer, who won 3 national titles, one of those with the Buckeyes, 2 with Florida. Of course, Urban is from Ohio, attended the University of Cincinnati, was an assistant coach at Ohio State before he ever became the head coach. But he also coached at Ohio's Bowling Green University. Now, Nick Saban, who won 7 national crowns, 1 at LSU, 6 at Alabama, but a lot of folks might not remember that Nick's first college head coaching job was at the University of Toledo.
He was a sprocket.
And I think he attended and played at Kent State.
That I can't
So
confirm.
he's got Buckeye blood in him as well. So
he was
congratulations.
also on the Cleveland Browns staff back when Bill Belichick was there.
That is correct. That is correct. So congratulations to those two fellers from the Buckeye State among those going into the College Football Hall of Fame.
And Urban's a Nash Tabula kid, right?
Yes, that is correct. But he met his wife, Shelley, a Ross County girl, when they were attending University of Cincinnati.
Because she was the fair queen.
And she hails from Laudaville.
Yes.
Metropolis, Laudaville, Ohio. High school scores last night, mostly girls basketball. FAC winners last night, Hillsborough and McLean maintain their jockeying for first place with big wins last night. Miami Trace beat Chillicothe. Girls SVC, for the second time this season, piked and knocks off Adena. 34-31 the score last night. Unioto rolls by Zane Trace, 73-32. Huntington over Paint Valley, and Westfall beat Southeastern. In the SOC2, this was a makeup game for the girls. Eastern Pike over Western, 62-23. Fairfield Union girls stay undefeated with a league win over Bloom Carroll by 14. And the MSL Cardinal, Fisher Catholic, beat Bird Union rather badly, 53-10. Also in non-conference girls, Portsmouth West, Wheelersburg, and South Gallia were winners. So was River Valley over Wellston. Eastern Brown beat Lynchburg Clay. Sheridan, who we could possibly be seeing in the postseason down the road, they beat up on Morgan. And one boys game last night, Valley over West, 45-42.
Our Litter Media games of the week as we head towards the weekend. We've got Southeastern at St. Trace and boys basketball Friday. Saturday, we'll be headed up to Ohio Christian University as Notre Dame takes on New Hope Christian Academy. And then ahead to next week, Lancaster at Taze Valley and girls basketball, Unioto at Huntington and girls basketball, Miami Trace at Chillicothe in boys basketball all next week. So we've got some makeup games in that regard and everything, because we promised our sponsors a certain number of games, and we're gonna ram them down your throat, buddy. They're coming at you on the Litter Media game of the week. All right, area athletes find themselves running for the University of Rio Grande. They fared well in the Marshall University Alumni Classic last weekend. Full details you can find on our website story. Purdue-Fort Wayne went double overtime to beat Wright State 120-113. In their loss, the Raiders had 5 players in double figures. That includes Chillicothe's Brandon Knoll with 23 points. They will be in action again coming up Saturday afternoon. And I looked this up earlier, and it slipped my mind who they play. But they've got a game coming up again Saturday afternoon at 2 p.m. I do know that much.
It's like an NBA score.
It does. And Liberty Flames will be in action hosting UTEP tonight. So if you want to catch some of that, that'll be on the CBS Sports channel. And you'll be able to see our good friend, Javon Mothmer.
Yes, sir.
Shooting hoops in that regard. By the way, I'll be speaking tomorrow with Osh Brown Chillicothe graduate. She went on to play basketball at Ball State for 4 years, had that extra year of eligibility, played at Rutgers, and she's been in Germany, Spain, and now Greece. And she's going into the Chillicothe High School Athletic Hall of Fame here in a couple of weeks. And we'll have an opportunity to talk with her tomorrow and hopefully put a little interview together that we'll be able to share on our YouTube channel as well. So that's all coming up. Also on the way, our Petland Pet of the Week. Next.
There's no fill when there's a bill. Contact Litter Quality Propane today about our metered gas service at litterpropane.com.
Discover Ross County. From the breathtaking outdoor adventures to the historic sights of Chillicothe and family-friendly events and festivals. Explore more at visitchillicotheohio.com or download the free mobile app today.
Find a career you love with Pickaway Ross Adult Education. Skilled trades careers are in high demand with no signs of slowing down. Pickaway Ross offers career training programs with expert instructors and hands-on learning tactics to create a variety of opportunities. Visit our website for more information.
As a professional race car driver, I live for speed, power, and performance on and off the track. That's why I use the Dixie Chopper, the world's fastest lawnmower. Race into your local dealership today and test drive a new Dixie Chopper.
Your trusted comfort advisor is Accurate. There we go. Your trusted comfort advisor is Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. If you've got an issue with those items in your home or your business, they can take care of it. Give them a call. Click on this ad anywhere you see it at littermedia.com. It takes you to their information where you can find them at accuratehvac.com. Before we go any further, Mike Smith.
Litter Propane does send a bill after they fill your tank, not the other way around. Yeah.
But let's just read the line properly. Let's make this.
There's no bill when there's a fill.
Gotcha.
Contact Litter Quality Propane today about our metered gas service at litterpropane.com.
Mike went dyslexic there for a moment.
No, I don't have my reading glasses on. That's the problem. When I have contacts on, I need reading glasses.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, it is time for our Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week. And here is Mittens. Oh, look at Mittens. He's the pet of Tara Swords and her family. Tara tells us that we came to have Mittens last August when a friend of a friend was searching for a home for him after his mother disappeared, leaving him and his brothers needing some love and care. We adopted Mittens and gave him his name because of his beautiful little white mittens contrasted against his fluffy black coat. He has the longest, wildest whiskers and great big paws which come in handy when he's playing chase with his toys. He loves a good game and loves defending the porch from big roosters straying too close to the cat food bowl on the porch. Tussling with his older stepbrothers is also an activity he enjoys when they allow it. Mittens is a true companion of a cat to everyone in the family. If someone needs a study buddy, he's there. If someone needs a hug or just someone to cuddle with, he's happy to be a warm, purring pillow. He's a great listener, too. If my husband and I are going out to the barn to take care of the farm animals, he's happy to come right along as well. He's 20% cat, 80% fur, and 100% heart. That would make him like 200% if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. He's a super cat. He may have needed a home, but we didn't know how much we needed a special cat like him until he became ours. Mittens is our Petland Pet of the Week. Now, if you want to submit your pet nomination, please do so. Send that to littermedia@gmail.com. Make sure you send us a photo of your pet, or like what Tara did here. She sent several with the kids and showing Mittens in action. Also, make sure that you tell us a little bit about your pet, too. That would be helpful as well. So congratulations to Mittens, this week's Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week. Time now for This Date in History.
If you like swing jazz, this was a big date for you in 1938. It's highbrow coming out party time at Carnegie Hall with a concert featuring big band sensation Benny Goodman. And that is Benny there on the clarinet. Jazz has been called America's classical music. a label that does more than just recognize its American origins. The label also makes the case that jazz is worthy of aesthetic consideration alongside music usually thought of as classical. Benny Goodman performing at Carnegie Hall on this date in 1938.
My sister Debbie was the clarinetist. She could never play it like Benny Goodman. Not many could. Or like, is everybody happy?
Ted Lewis.
Ted Lewis
Yes.
was a clarinet player as well. And usually in the way our symphony was set up in high school, clarinets found their way right in front of us. We were the trombonists. So yes, they would have spit spots on the backs of their shirts from where we'd slide because the spit valve is on the end of the slide. So yeah, we used to give the clarinet section a lot of fun.
I don't know if this performance broke the mold for concerts at Carnegie Hall because, like the lead sentence implies, Carnegie Hall was known for classical, highbrow type concerts. So maybe this was because there's been country stars that have performed at Carnegie Hall, and maybe even a rock and roller or two. So things are changed a little bit since Andrew Carnegie had that place built a number of years back.
I mentioned being in the band. I've got to take a moment. Our band director, Dwayne Corbett, passed away recently. Did not know about this until one of my classmates shared the details with me yesterday. He changed Taze Valley's marching band, sent them in a performance direction that has not yet changed. I mean, he set the ball in motion. The current band director has done a fantastic job the last 20 years, but 40 plus years ago, he and Steve Poffman put together a program that had us going all over the country performing. Not only that, but we didn't have the same halftime show for every game. I know a lot of bands perform just their competition show now. Well, we would perform our competition show, but we would do that after the games. But we would have a fresh show every week. You just don't see that anymore. And the advancement level that they gave us was just incredible. So I want to take a moment to salute Mr. Dwayne Corbett. I believe his real name was John. Dwayne was kind of like his middle name, I believe, but he went by Dwayne. And he was a big, tall guy, skinny fella, but I can't tell you how many times he pointed me out. There was one moment in which I was a freshman, and I thought that I was going to get in trouble for this, and I thought they were pulling my leg at first. We were playing the Mickey Mouse theme during one of our shows, and he says, here's what we want you to do. We want you to, and we've got Mickey Mouse ears for you here, and we're going to give you our baton and your chance to go out and direct the band. So when the band starts playing the song, set your horn down, take off your hat, which we had those big blue hats that looked like Marge Simpson's hair, and take that off, and I had the Mickey Mouse ears up inside the hat, and just run around inside the band, and it looks a lot like what I do on Friday nights, with the camera, and just direct the band. Larry, I don't want to go too far with this, but
You're going to get somebody in trouble.
Larry was a senior, I was a freshman, and here he is, he's playing and he's like, freshman, get in line, what are you doing? And I thought, this is one of the 2 times I was really scared in my life. I thought he was going to kill me after the performance. And I'm like, I was told to do this. And nobody else knew except for Dwayne Corbett and Steve Poffman. And that's why I thought they were setting me up. But it was a memorable moment, and everybody thought I was a total goof. Yeah. Instead of Mickey Mouse, I should have been Goofy, I guess.
And now we know it's true. Yeah.
Well, that's part of my foundation. That's why I am who I am today. So, super guy. Appreciate what he did to help me as a youngster back in high school. All right, that's it for today's program. Tomorrow, nothing special?
Just broadcast tomorrow night.
Okay, so back at it with another edition of Letter Media Live tomorrow at 11. I'm getting ready to head out to the SCOFF event that's going on right now. We hope to bring back some information on that for you either this afternoon or tomorrow here on another edition of Letter Media Live. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.